Good morning, folks. As I make this, it is Sunday. I am already packed and ready to go to A&A. I leave really early tomorrow. And anyway, I'm doing this commander's list and a Genesis quarterly, which you will have already seen by the time you view this on Thursday, the 27th. Making them all right now, hopping on the plane tomorrow, and gonna get to work for what is always crazy. A&As are always exhausting. They're always a lot of fun, and they're always a great place to see a lot of cool coins. So I hope to see y'all in Pittsburgh, but with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on this week's list. 1857 OGH 63 CAC. I know I had stickers on here last time, and I'm just gonna continue to do that, but stickers are all packed and I don't want to get them out. So this coin is 2,050 bucks. That is over CPG. This coin is definitely a shot 4 coin. Really, really nice. No carbon, OGH. Very, very good looking piece. Get you a little closer here. That little bit right there is on the holder. Flyers are fun. 57s are harder than 58s, and the OGH and CAC certainly help. 2,050 bucks. All right, another piece of copper. 1872 64 red brown CAC. Really nice looking wholesome piece. Got some nice wood grain toning going on underneath. Pretty much at the 50% red brown level is what I'd say. So certainly not a brown, certainly not a red. Kind of like right in the middle. 72s are, I'd say, a semi-key. Obviously this coin in red is like big money, but they can be found. They're out there, but definitely one of the scarcer 70s dates. 2,850 bucks for that. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This coin is 925 bucks. It has pretty obverse toning. AU53 Overton 113, but then the reverse is really nice. Really, really, really nice. $975 for this piece. This coin is gorgeous. Look at that reverse toning, the reds and the greens and the blues. 25 common date. All right. A very wholesome 1882 half and 63 cameo. Light toning, but nothing, not white, certainly not dark. Nice cameo contrast, not a decam. Obverse has better cameo than the reverse. This coin is 1850. Seated halves are one of my favorite coins. They still just, I mean, they're definitely doing better than they were based on their rarity, but they still don't get nearly as many followers because it's just so hard to complete the set compared to, you know, other, especially 20th century dates that are way easier to find, but cost as much. Here's case in point, right? Low mintage, 1879. I forgot what the mintage is on this. 10,000 or 12,000? Blast white. This is, I would say this is the fabric that these coins mostly have, which is like semi-PL. Blast white, 5,000 bucks. Oh, this next coin's a baller. This coin is ridiculous. So this coin was recently in the Scotsman sale, and it sold for big money, and I was able to get my hands on it, and I'm just marking it up a small little bit. It's one of those coins, I don't offer auction coins a lot, but it's one of those coins where it's just so pretty that it just makes sense to do that. And if it doesn't sell, that's fine. It'll be at my table. Look at the colors on this. Just, it looks like a Benson coin. And I'll have to check the Benson catalog to see if this coin was previously in the Benson sale and then just reholdered. It's a 64 plus. This coin got a plus because of the color, not because of technicals. Honestly, the reverse is fairly, it's got quite a few hairlines. Those are actually on the coin, especially that one longer hairline right across. I mean, it's certainly a 4. 4 plus, you know, eye appeal matters. It's part of the grading. It's part of the subjectivity. And the coin is also, I would say, a cameo. So there is that piece of things, which the reverse on this one is better cameo than the obverse. But man, this coin is a monster. $7,500. That's a lot for a 64 plus, but then you get it in hand and you're like, oh, that makes sense. All right. Same with this coin, 1892 64 plus. I would say this coin is a plus technically, all through, and also amazing color, also sold in the Scotsman sale, also marked up a small amount here because somebody might want to treat themselves at A&A. $3,950, which is a lot for a common date 1892, but man, the color on this one is much better than they even normally come. Okay, 1943, common date in 67. 67B coin, really smooth, clean field, good axis, good left field, good sun, good luster, a few ticks there, never gonna 8. The difference between a 7 and an 8 is really dramatic on walkers. You should try to find some walkers in 8 and look at them. It's just like this creamy difference that like instantly you can pick up. If they have that sort of luster and they have these sort of fields, you can make a walker in 8. Not easy. Anyway, this coin is pretty common, $750. Great type. Little gold CAC alert. Common date, old holder, the old embossing. This is, oh yeah, I can feel it. So what does that make it a 0.1? I don't remember. It's like there's the 2 and the 2.1. I'm probably butchering it. One of you slap guys is gonna slap me upside the head at my table. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can know what it is because I told you, because it is rough on the outside. The embossing is great, holder's in great shape. Coin is clearly not a 3. And the lovely gold CAC. Coin's really closer to a 5. It's probably a 5. This coin's $800. And then we have a 2 real. This coin sold, I don't know. It holds the auction record on the PCGS coin facts. It was in an NGC holder and sold for $360, I think 7 or 8 years ago. It's got really pretty color, oranges and blues. Reverse is just kind of like a little bit more pedestrian, a little bit of blue and some orange russet. It's a pretty coin. Excuse me. With the Liberty cap, this coin is $450. All right, another Mexican coin. The last one made, the last Libertad that I got from that big hoard made somebody very happy, and this is a grade lower, but the toning on this was by far the craziest. I want to point some stuff out. This toned this way probably because there's 2 little pieces of paper right there and there and there. That probably caused this sort of toning to develop, and maybe a little bit of moisture. I don't really know. I mean, the coin's very attractive. It cartwheels great. I didn't try to take those spots off because when they're, well, the paper off, I should say, but they are definitely paper. You can see the fibers if you get very close. I don't think there's a true V for this. Anyway, these things sell for great money when they look like this. So $900 for the Libertad. And then finally, because you got to have a baller coin to offer at A&A, I am offering this coin that I bought about a month and a half or 2 ago. I thought about keeping it, but it's really not a coin that I should be stashing away, so I'm going to offer it out to the public. 1799 63 CAC OGH. This coin faces up like a 4+. I don't think it's ever gonna 4. I mean, but maybe somebody smarter than me will get it. There's two little, you can see them right there. See those lines? Those are not mint made. There it is, right there. And I know that's being picky because like the luster and everything else is just absolutely amazing. The skin is amazing on this coin. So maybe somebody smarter than me can get this into a 4-holder. I'm asking for money anyway. This coin is not cheap. It's probably priced about 10 grand too much. But in this market, and given how difficult it is to replace this exact layout, I am asking $124,500 for this piece. This is pure Americana. This coin makes your heart beat faster. At least it makes mine. And whoever buys it, I hope you enjoy it till the day you die. All right, come by the table. These will be live at 9 a.m. Pacific time, or I guess it'll be, what, Pittsburgh Central time? Yeah, I guess it's Central time. No, it's gotta be Eastern time. It's Eastern time, so it'll be noon Eastern time in Pittsburgh. They will be live, and I will have them out at the table at that very moment. I'll even have like a cloth draped over them, and then I'll whip it out, just whoosh, like a chef. I hope you enjoy it. Man, look at that thing. All right, with that being said, and with that last look, come by, see me at the table, 715. It'll be under Pacifica Trading with my buddy Adam, my old Navy bud. And until next week, happy hunting.